The first question is if I could talk a bit about Nath Yogis. They come across as very kind and the same as very short-tempered. So, what is the real deal here? The reason I can perhaps shed a bit of light on this matter is because part of my initiation is linked to that lineage of Nath Yogis. Obviously, it is everybody must know it, that Matsyendranath was considered an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And he started the Nath tradition. And the story that goes, he was on Elm's round and he stopped in a village and there was a lady there. And she came out to give the alms, but he looked at her and he said to her, "You look quite down. Are you going through your mood swings?" No, he didn't say that. He said, "You look quite down. What's the matter with you?" She said, "No, everything is okay." No, he said, "No, tell me, what's bothering you?" She said, "I don't have any child. And I am dying to be a mother." He said, "That's no problem. Your destiny has it. You can have a child." And he puts his hand in his bag and he pulls out a bit of ash. And he says, "Make rice pudding, mix this ash with it and eat it. And you'll have a glorious child." She says, "Wow, I am just over the moon. This is unbelievable." And then he goes his way. And then, as is a woman's wont, she discusses it with the people around her. She gathers all the ladies. "Today this saint came and he gave me this ash. And he said, this will give you a child." They said, "Are you crazy? A husband gives a woman a child, not some ash. So if you're going to eat this, who knows, it might have poison, it might have some intoxicating substance. That guy could be coming tomorrow and cleaning up your house. So don't eat it. You should know better." She said, "Okay." Then she just throws the ash in one of the compost pits, a dumping ground. 12 years pass. And 12 years later, Matsyendranath goes on the same route. He knocks on the same door. "Alak, niranjan," he says, And that lady comes out and he says, "How's your son now?" She said, "What son? I don't have a son." He said, "What are you talking about? It is impossible that I gave you the ash and you took it and you didn't have a child." She said, "No, I took it. Nothing happened." He said, "This is impossible. You are not only telling lies, you are hurting my tapas and you're hurting the being I created. Tell me what you did with that ash. What did you do with it?" She then starts to tremble. She said, "Look, I'm very sorry, but I really believed in you. I wanted to eat that ash and I wanted to take it in, but my friends told me that this was sheer ignorance. So what did you do with it?" He said. She said, "I threw it in the compost pit." He said, "Take me there, this very moment." And then he goes there. As the story goes in the tradition, he goes, "Alak, niranjan." Niranjan means the one that is spotless. Alak means that flame is always spotless. It's eternal. the flame of the soul, the flame of the universal consciousness, the flame of God. So as soon as he says that, there is some movement, and out comes a boy aged 12 years old. And he was called Gorakshnath. Goraksh means cow dung, because it was a compost pit where they would all put cow dung. So then Matsyendranath said to the woman, "You don't deserve this child, so he's going to come with me." And then he goes, and that was the beginning of the Natha tradition. And he trained with Matsyendranath for a little while. Then he sent him to do tapas. The region that is written in the scriptures is about 50 kilometers further from Badrinath. That's where Gorakshnath did most of his tapas. And then there are many fascinating stories of his things. So Nath Yogi uphold that tradition ever since. And their path has one rule which is never violated. So there is one symbol which every Nath Yogi must adhere to, among many others, but one is non-negotiable. And second, one rule which is also non-negotiable. So the symbol they must wear is earrings, kundala. They also used to be called the Kanfata yogis, because they would have those piercings in their ears. Now, so it's not that when they would give somebody the Natha initiation, they would immediately give him the kundalas. It was a staged process. Sometimes it can take 6 years or 8 years before they would get the earrings. And in the beginning, those earrings would be made from mud. Earthen earrings baked in an oven. The idea is you will wear those and you will bathe and you will live and you will sleep with such compelling and extraordinary mindfulness that those earrings will not break. If you are sleeping and you turn on one side, it breaks. Your sadhana is compromised. Then they would give you the earrings again, depending on what the guru wants at that time. It could be that you're required to keep those earrings intact from anywhere between 1 to 12 years. And Nath Yogi are only ever supposed to stay in one place where their guru is. Otherwise, they are supposed to move around. They're not supposed to have their dwellings of their own. That's the